Hello there, and welcome back to another Roblox Grow a Garden update video. This is the update for the Fairy event 2.0, so it's an addition onto the Fairy update. And we actually have Jai doing admin commands for a second Saturday morning in a row, which is quite a surprise. I didn't think they were actually going to do that because I didn't, from what I see, any sort of announcement that they were actually going to do this, but honestly, Jai gives a lot more admin abuse than Jandel I've seen recently, so this will be quite interesting. Already we're getting in admin abuse, or I guess more like a weather event, because this is a weather event for the Aurora. This, I know I say it for a lot, but I mean it this time. This is actually my favorite admin event. It is the Aurora Borealis. I am such a huge nerd of the Aurora Borealis, so honestly, I think this is my top favorite event and my top favorite mutation because it is just so pretty. The purple and blue fading colors, amazing. Now they're bringing back some of the ones that were new from the last week. The dissonant or glitched one. And also they're doing this boombox one again too, which I really like that it's another chance to get the disco mutation. So that's super fun. Now, this is a new one. This is actually a weather that's going to be in the game while you play. It's an earthquake, and you can get the cracked fruit chance. So there's just the few cracks and bits throughout the map, so that's really cool. It doesn't really do anything. It just gives you the mutation, with the cracks in the ground and stuff like that. So there's not really much to it, but this is something that you can get while you're just playing in the game. Like when you get rain or a thunderstorm, something like that. And now they're just gonna run one after the other for these admin abuses. Now they're doing 3 at the same time. The Junk Bot Raid, the Boombox Party, and the Dissonant event. There are so many mutations you can get from this. I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to get on this morning, and I'm super glad I got the chance to, for all of these awesome mutations. I always love the chance to get these mutations, because you can only get most of these if you get on before the update on Saturday morning. Here again, they are running so many mutations at the same time. This is actually crazy. There are 3 going on at the same time. And at another point, I didn't record, but there were 4 or 5. Well, here they actually have 4 going on. The Boil Rain. They actually had, I think it was about 5 of these going on at the same time, which was absolutely insane. So these, I believe, were from the Albert or Flamingo admin event, guest, the Oil and Boil Rain, which I actually wasn't on for, so I wasn't able to get these before. So that's really nice. Now, on to the actual Fairy update, because this is the Fairy update part 2. So they added on to the actual Fairy event, which is super awesome. You can see there is an exotic enchanted chest. You can get all of these really cool pets and things in. And the exotic enchanted seed packs are the same as what they were last time. So now to see if there are any new seeds in the shop. At least in this tier. I didn't search the other tier. I forgot to. But in this tier there are no new seeds in the main shop. But of course, I had to get the daffodils here because I am working on those achievements and you have to plant 300 some daffodils. That is actually insane. I didn't even have that many, so now I'm just trying to collect as many as I possibly can. So, is there anything new in the gear shop? Not that I see. So, nothing new in the gear shop. Just to see if there's any new eggs, even though they usually don't add any. And it looks like they actually added a new tier section. So, if you give this guy, the egg salesman, some food, just like the seed shop, you will get some new, eggs. I don't know if they're new eggs or if they're old ones that they're going to sell in there. There's also nothing new for this crafting area either, which honestly was to be expected because they haven't really updated that in a while. But that's okay because I never use it anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Now I'm going around trying to collect all of these fairies, because I've never seen this many fairies out at once, if I'm being honest. So here is the new fairy. You can talk to her, and you have to catch fairies. So this is what it was added on to the fairy event from last week. Or I guess more than last week, because I'm posting this weeks after the events actually come out. But here's the crafting area. You can craft the fairy net, which is used to catch the fairies. Among various other things, there's the enchanted chest, which is what I showed in the Robux shop, which is where you can get some of those really cool pets and seeds from. And now you can enter a completely new area, which I don't think has ever been part of the game before. You enter a completely new land, we'll call it, and it is the Fairyland. So you can walk through here, catch fairies. There are some shops in here too, which I will go over. But you can see these fairies, you can catch them with the nets and then hand them in, so that you can get the other prizes, which is super awesome. But you can also collect them and get fairy coins. This is who you turn into the fairies. So they are right here in the center of this giant magical tree. Here is the area where you exit the fairy world, or you can just hit up top to go to your garden. That's what I did before, and it worked just the same, so you can do whatever. So this is where you can get the new seeds from, and these seeds are actually really cool, and like the Pixie Farron, I don't know how to say it, but they're just so pretty. I really love them. They're doing such a good job with these events. Like, the intricate designs, even just on, like, the seeds, look really pretty. So here are the new pets. There are only 2 actual pets in here. I think the wisp is a pet, too. There are only 2 actual pets, and then the eggs are also sold in there. And a new pet shard. Now, here there's also cosmetics. And I'm not a huge fan of cosmetics, but might as well show these because they are pretty awesome. You can get the enchanted crate, the glimmering crate, and the wisp well. That is a tongue twister. I don't know if you could hear me messing that up, but that is a tongue twister. Anyways, you can claim a reward here. I'm not too sure what you can get the rewards from, like how I got the reward, because I didn't really do anything. So I don't know if you just get it every time you come through the portal or what. But anyways, that is going to be all for this Roblox Grow a Garden update video. I know, once again, I will say I am late, but that is because I am now in college, so these videos are going to be coming a lot slower. I am posting every weekend because I have pre-recorded videos, which is what one of these update videos are. So expect to have later update videos, and I'm not going to be able to film for the next 2 weeks any update videos, but anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye!